So it's a pretty gloomy day here, and I'm gonna put together the cheap Aldi table saw. Now the good thing about it is you only really need two 10mm tools to put together. I've got a 10mm socket with an extension and a spanner or wrench depending on where you are in the world, but you can see it comes with various parts. I was actually fairly impressed with the push stick. It's extremely beefy, nice quality. Not entirely sure what those two small half holes are, but yeah, really beefy. All the powder coating seems really nice. And the good thing is it does come with a second blade already in the packaging, so if that other one goes dull, you can always change it out. So I'm going to start putting this thing together. Now the only kind of downside is the instructions are a bit, you know, wonky, I guess. You really kind of just got to look at the photo, but other than that it seems fairly straightforward. So I'm going to go ahead and put this together, and yeah, that'll be it. So we're pretty much almost wrapping up the assembly of this thing, and I'm actually quite surprised for the price, the quality, especially when it does come with the second blade, which even a cheap blade these days are $20-something. So yeah, I mean, there wasn't really too many instructions, but what I'm doing now is I'm just leveling up this side panel, and pretty much that's just done with these two little struts. But yeah, I went to Aldi I think probably this week sometime, and they had them reduced for $99. So obviously $99 flat rate, tax included, or GST. And honestly, for looking at it right now, I mean, for $100 I would end up picking it up for that price. So I'm going to finish off this assembly, and then we can do a bit of a walk around and we'll wrap it up. So I've done a few test cuts on the cheap 149 Aldi table saw. Now I've got a few issues, which is, I turn the camera around. Now you've actually got to take the blade guide off, which is actually just sitting down on the ground right there, to lower the blade closer to the actual table, because right there is where it goes in. It actually clips in, but you can't lower it all the way down because then it hits on the plastic guide, and then obviously you can't push the wood through because it hits on the corner. So I just took it off and pretty much just used it like that. I've only done really one test pass, and that was on that piece there, which the cut seems good. It seemed to chew through it fine, just an even pace, but the fence is another issue, and that's why I have just this straight piece of timber here with a clamp and another clamp. Now, a viewer said that the fence on these were garbage, but you've really just got to test it out for yourself. So there's the fence there. It's pretty much, it is rubbish. So I'm going to have to build some sort of a system, or either that, or just clamp my piece of timber there for the time being. But other than that, it seemed to cut well. And you got to think, for $149, they've got to be making a bit of a profit. So the cuts there, it's really not bad. It's smooth. See if I can get a close up there. No, because my hands are wobbly. But I mean, really, for the home gainer DIY, it's not bad. Would I suggest it? If you drastically needed a table saw, you wanted to get into the DIY stuff for that price, yes, but it does have flaws. So the fence being another one, and the blade guide. But other than that, it seemed to cut through that timber fairly well. So don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, guys.